Hey guys, we are back with another unboxing today. We're going to be looking at the Black Series Star Wars The Stranger helmet. But first, I got to talk about the Acolyte. I really liked the Acolyte. I know there was few of us, and this review is for those few. So if you talked a lot of poo-poo about the Acolyte on the internet, I want to strike you down with all my hatred, and this review is not for you. The Acolyte, I really enjoyed it. It had some of the absolute best lightsaber fights, any kind of fights in a Star Wars property in a long time. This was high-level, great stuff. This was all the stuff that we would talk about as kids, like, well, why wouldn't they throw their lightsaber? You know, why wouldn't they turn the other guy's lightsaber off? You know, all these different things. They brought in that. They brought in a lot of cool Legends content, like Darth Plagueis the Wise. What is his tragedy? We will never know. They also brought in Cortosis. Cortosis is a metal in Star Wars Legend stuff, kind of like Beskar, and it has the unique property of if you hit it with a lightsaber, your lightsaber turns off. So our boy made a helmet and a gauntlet out of this. My one kind of complaint about this is it would not have been hard, Disney, to just give me a gauntlet too in this box. That would have been nice. So what we'll do is we'll talk about the Acolyte a little bit, and we'll do that while we're opening it up and checking out this helmet. Okay, so let's take a look at the box art here. Here is the Stranger there with his nice little stabby lightsaber that comes out of his other lightsaber. Another cool feature in the Acolyte. The thing about the Acolyte is you got to think of it like it's a D&D campaign, but it was written by an 8-year-old that is just overexcited, right? And he's saying stuff like, and then the Jedi Master, he lives in a bubble for 10 years, you know, stuff like that. So I think the storytelling was just kind of bad. We'll open this with the Black Talon 2 from Cold Steel there, because that is the type of knife worthy of the Stranger. So we'll open this here. But yeah, so it just like the storytelling, I think was a letdown. But let's be honest, unless your name is Andor, you haven't had really, really good storytelling in Star Wars. Sorry, I'm spacing off. There, where is the box? Ah, okay. There are other things probably over here. Sorry, got excited. There we go. Black Talon 2, Cold Steel. We'll put that off to the side. Let's get in here. But yeah, storytelling was not great. I understand that, but you gotta like just look at it for what it was. It was a really cool show. The basic give that you have to have is the girls, since they're created by the Force. Look at this thing. Greatest helmet design, I think, in Star Wars too. You know, where this looks just like teeth. It's got the slit eyes. It is all beat up because it's just like, you know, hand forged, put together. Inside, this is a lot better than some of their recent ones. You know, this is all one piece, no seam lines. I like those little greeblies there. A lot of textures. You know, the typical liner that they have. I believe this is an electronic helmet, so we'll have to figure out what it does here in a minute. But looking in, how it looks like it's plated together, very nice. I give this one a solid A here. This is a good looking helmet. What else is in this box? Some instructions. Yeah, sizing. Yeah, there's some batteries, so we'll check out some features. And I don't know if this is an extra display. That feels empty. Battery information there. So yeah, let's turn it on, see what it does. All right, so recently we looked at the Imperial Stormtrooper helmet, and they did a bad job of hiding the battery cover. They've usually done like this one. This is really good. This is the plate here where that battery is housed. And I love, this works in the helmet design because this is like pounded together and whatnot. So I'm gonna open there, and then we get in a screw here, and then we put in a battery there. Put this back together really quick. Where they've kind of you know, hit it and made it look like part of the helmet design is just so much better than where they just have like a plate that you can just tell that it is a toy. Now, this one, I mean, the quality of the paint is not superb. It's decent, but if you did like some quick quick ink washing on this guy, it would look so good, so fast. That's probably what I'm gonna do. You can see what this does is it gives us little lights here. This is the button. So, you know, nothing too fancy, but it's like some of the Mando helmets and whatnot. Just like gives you a cool light feature. And I think this is a pickup type sensor, so when you pick up the helmet, it'll light up for you here. We got to put it on. So again, I'm very bummed that we're not going to get more from this property because this is just such a cool concept for a Dark Jedi. It looks good. The fight scenes in that were great when he like pulls out his blade and he like, you know, does that and you see it through her back and all that type of stuff. It was just a cool fighting and cool martial arts. The storytelling, I get it. It was poor, but there was a good story there. I was talking about, you know, the conceit of the show, and what it is the girls, the sisters or whatever, they're made of the Force, and what you have to understand is they're the same person. So the fact that they were split and one is trained by the Jedi and one is trained by the Sith, all that training is going into their collective oneness because they're the same person. So the story of the Acolyte, it basically breaks down that the Jedi, they're corrupt, and there's all this political backdrop drama that is there to show you that. And the good side, the light side training, does not take as strongly as the pure dark side training. And the dark side training is able to like break through. So that's why she's basically, you know, the bad at the end, and she reaches out with her mind and crushes the windpipe of the Squid Games guy. That's kind of the show, and you build into that. And I think if you could understand that, it makes a lot more sense. I think it was just the storytelling was bad, and there was some comically stupid moments like that song, "The power of one, the power of two, the power of many." Dumb. I get it. There was some dumb stuff. But at the core, at the juicy center of the Acolyte, I think there was some really cool concepts, some stuff that we haven't seen before, some awesome designs, and literally like Ryan versus Dorkman level action in this thing. It was phenomenal. And we got this cool helmet. Will I ever get a gauntlet? Probably not. Will they figure out a way to make a lightsaber within a lightsaber that I could have to obliterate my foes with? Hopefully. I'm really looking forward to that. I know that they released Master Soul's lightsaber hilt. I didn't pick that one up because I'm really hoping that the Stranger gets his due there. A couple cool action figures, but it's really sad that this is the coolest thing that we're going to get from the property, and we're not going to get a second season because you guys are terrible. Anyway, stay tuned for more Star Wars helmets. Like and subscribe so I can mock you further.